I'd like to, at this point, reiterate a couple of things to you. For instance, there was a world of difference between flying a mission in the South Pacific and flying a mission in Europe. First off, you'll have to remember down in the South Pacific, this was the beginning of the war. We had no communications. We had no living quarters half the time because we were up in New Guinea, and you slept on the wings of the airplane. You had a shack down there they called Sloppy Joe's, and eventually the Japanese bombed that one day, and then that was the end of that. But you go down to Sloppy Joe's, you could get a baked bean sandwich and coffee, and I didn't drink coffee then, and I don't drink coffee today. Never tasted it, in fact. But a baked bean sandwich and a glass of water was what I had, or those damn hardtack crackers, and that's what you existed on for several weeks. When we first went to Marsby, there was just nothing there. And you can't visualize, particularly over in Europe, the people who were in Europe, what kind of bad conditions you had to operate with when you were down there in the Pacific. Everything was low level. We never flew a mission more than 4,000 to 5,000 feet. And over in Europe, I never flew a mission less than 20,000 feet. So, and you had good communications. In Europe, well, you go in as a lead crew, and they get you up at 2 o'clock in the morning, and you go in and eat the powdered eggs for breakfast and so forth if you want them, and go down to briefing, and you'd get briefed about an hour or so before the main crews would come in at 6, and you knew the time over target, you knew what your target was, you knew what the weather was going to be, you knew what to expect for anti-aircraft fire. They were given, then you can put it on your maps where their most dangerous places were, or heaviest concentration, trying to avoid those places. And it was just so much easier to fly a mission in Europe than it was in the South Pacific. There was just as much difference as day and night.